the May 26th meeting of the Board of Public Works and Safety. Roll call. Here.
Here?
Do we have any conflict of interest statements?
No.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting of October 29th and November 5th. I've reviewed both of them and they're fine, so can I have a motion approving them?
So moved.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Under correspondence, item A is a proposal for the Around Town Charging Station installation submitted by MCOR Hire. This is going to totally be paid for by a grant, and it's going to create 2 spots in the parking lot by City Hall for people who have electric cars. And the only thing we're going to have to pay for is the energy. And I don't think that's going to be that much. Eventually, we could probably convert it to a credit card reader and charge. But I think off the start, the whole purpose of this program is trying to get people to use electricity. Do I have a motion approving the agreement with Hire?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next, we have a permit from Construction CAD Solutions for the installation of WOW fiber optics cable to feed the Verizon cell tower. Now, this is located on 165th Street, and they're going to be working on existing poles. So it looks like it's okay. I'm sure engineering's reviewed it. Do I have a motion approving the digging request?
So moved.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Next, we have correspondence from Chief of Police John Doty requesting approval of the promotion of Officer Kazaya, Officer Jan Fletcher, Officer Russell Moore to the rank of Master Sergeant, Officer Paul Maldonado to the rank of Sergeant, all with pay adjustment effective May 26, 2016. Approval of Officer Juan Ortiz to receive ET specialty pay retroactive to November 20th. Officer Michael Danko to be reinstated to Master Sergeant with specialty pay retroactive to March 27th. And the resignation of Officer April Brown effective May 25th. Do I have a motion approving all those changes?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We move down to item D, and these are demolition hearings on properties located at various locations throughout the city. You going to be handling that, Chris?
Yeah, I'm ready. Don't worry, I'm always ready. I'm a multitasker. All right, Mr. Gustafsson, shall we just go in order?
If you want.
The first property on the list scheduled for today is 3103 163rd Place. This is a UNI property. There has been some significant progress. Funding has been the major reason for the delay. The issue is the windows and their historical accuracy. We're going to go ahead and continue this one for status to August the 18th, 2016, and hopefully the issue with the historical accuracy of the windows can be resolved by then. The next property is 5714 Calumet Avenue. This is a Chris Rhodes rehab property. He is operating under the rehab agreement. The pictures look like it's nearly complete, but there has not been a final inspection. I can show the board pictures that were taken Sunday on any of these properties if you wish to see them, but this one is 90% complete, and I would just ask that we set it to August the 18th, 2016 for the purposes of removing it from the list.
Do we need a motion for that?
No. If you want, you can do it all at the end. It's up to you. The next one is 840 Eaton Street. We just have a brand new owner named Rafael Garcia. He has entered a rehab agreement. If you recall, he came before the board about 2 weeks ago and he asked for a reduction in the amount of his bond so that he could post a cash bond. I do not know if he has posted that cash bond or not, but because we are under a brand new rehab agreement and the property isn't incredibly bad from the outside, we're going to set this one over until August the 18th. If such time as August 18th passes and he hasn't started doing work on the property, we have already entered a demolition order and we can proceed forward. The next one is 27 Elizabeth and 430 Highland. That gentleman who usually comes. Okay. There's usually that gentleman who comes for both of those properties. They're owned by the same woman, and a woman named is Hart. They're both under significant rehab agreements. There's significant progress. They look decent. They look, actually, one of them looks very nice. We're just waiting for final repair inspections on 430 Highland because there was an issue with the plumbing. 27 Elizabeth has reached the point where we're going to remove it from the demolition list and just let code enforcement monitor the progress. So I would just ask for a 430 Highland status date of August 18th. On 27th Elizabeth, we're just going to let code enforcement monitor progress. At this point, it's not demo worthy. The next property on the list is 450410 Holman Street. I don't know if Attorney Munit's here. No, okay. I told him he didn't have to come. This is the grocery store over there by the South Shore Station, next to Porter's Cleaners over there at Gosselin and Holman. There is currently a taking action that has been filed by the railroad. They are trying to take the property. In the meantime, Attorney Munit is trying to resolve the issue outside of the court process of the negotiation. That is still in progress, so we're going to continue that one to August 18th as well. The next one is 1117 Michigan. This is a property that was ordered demolished back in December of last year, but there was a rehab agreement. The property has now been completed, and we are going to remove it from the demolition list. And I have a picture if the board would like to see of what it looks like post rehab. So based upon the completion of the repairs under the rehabilitation agreement, we are going to be removing this property from the demolition list. If there's, I'm going to release the, I'm going to have to release the lead. I'm going to have to release the mobile one. Next week, I will be preparing an order to rescind the demolition order for the board's signature so that he can have a clean title. The next property is 6239 Monroe. The owners claim to have self-demolished the garage. I don't know if the inspector was who told me that, but the garage is still very much there. So what are your plans for that property? Okay, so this is 6239 Monroe. The garage is All right, I want to continue this then till August the 18th, but she really does need to stay in contact with the building department and make sure that everything is not only done but inspected as soon as possible. Okay, August 18th, we'll send you a letter in the mail. The next property is 4723 Sheffield. There has been significant progress on this. I just received a correspondence from the owner indicating what has been done. The building department has agreed to continue this till August the 18th. On the next three are actually one. It's 4407, 4401, and 4409 Sheffield. Attorney Sorge was here. They are working on the property. There is a rehab agreement which requires a substantial progress be made by October. So because they're still working under that agreement, I'm going to continue this to August the 18th as well. We're going to be busy that day. Okay, the next one is 555 State Street. Is somebody here from the church? No. On 555 State Street, they keep indicating that they're working on it. However, my pictures that were taken just on Sunday show it's still very much standing. Yeah, somebody here? Okay. This was taken Sunday. Here's the building.
But the back, they started building from the backside,
Okay.
so they're pulling it down from the backside.
The church just didn't fall.
No, there's vehicles in the back.
It appears that they're, well, like I said here. Oh, I know that feeling. I've had a problem with Dipco being shut off for the last 12 years. I'm going to continue this till August the 18th, and hopefully they'll have it done by then. The next one is 7609 Walnut. Attorney Golding was here. This one's a problem property, but it looks like a brand new house, at least from the outside. I can show you pictures. If you recall, this is one that was yellow and had spray paint all over it, so we put graffiti on it.
Okay.
I mean, now it's like a house, which is your broken pole. So we're going to continue this one till August 18th as well. All right, the next one is the long-running saga of 7446 White Oak, the little house that could. And I know Attorney Sam is here. Code enforcement has decided that they're going to remove it from the demolition list, and they're just going to monitor completion. It is not yet completed, but it is not worth setting it for another status. So once it is finally completed and it's signed off and an occupancy permit is issued, then I will do the order to rescind the demolition order. So hopefully we can get it finished. I know the permits were reissued. You got those? Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. The next one is 1125 Wilcox Street. This is another property that was under a rehabilitation agreement with Region Renovations. It has reached the level of progress where it is no longer necessary to maintain it on the demolition list. We're just going to allow code enforcement to monitor the property. It looks like they still got to finish the siding, but. All right, the next one is 6813 Woodmar. There was some correspondence with the attorneys. There is photographs showing progress, and we're going to continue that one to August 18th, 2016 for status.
Okay.
That concludes all of the continued demolitions. All the demolitions from this point forward are the new demolitions.
So maybe we should do a motion on all the continued demolitions to approve all the actions that have been presented so far.
That would be very nice. Thank you.
Do I have such a motion?
Motion to approve the recommended actions.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Now we'll go with the new demolition hearings.
All right. Do I have Mr. Weiss on here, or any other person with an interest in 3107 163rd Place? All right. This is a boarded-up brick, single-family house with a hole in the roof. The soffit and fascia are rotted. There's a shed in the back, which is dilapidated and boarded up. Being that no one has appeared, I'm going to ask the board to enter an order to demolish.
Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye. Those against, motion passes.
All right, the next one is 1036 Ames Street, which is a garage only. And the photos that were taken this past Sunday show that the garage is gone. And so I'm just going to close this file. We don't need to take any further
There's somebody
action.
stepping up.
Oh, okay. Do you deny that the garage is gone? Okay.
Okay.
I've had people argue with me with strange things, but that's, yeah, that's, whoops, it's not you, is it? Yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah, so now it's just the pad you're talking about. Now there's a little bit of garbage back here.
Well, young, to grow.
All right, we're gonna close the file, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, that one's closed. The next one is 5526 Beal. I have the owner listed as Dolac. Is anybody here on behalf of the Dolacs? This is a boarded-up two-story frame house with a large dead tree in the front yard. There's broken and rotten windows. The window AC unit is held up by 2x4s. It's a unique configuration I've never quite seen before. No one appears, and I'm going to ask the board to please enter an order to demolish.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes.
The next property is 1010 Chicago Street, which is a garage only. It appears the garage has been self-demolished from the file. I'm going to ask that the board close this file. There's no action need to be taken. I can show you pictures if you want to see it. It's just pictures of a garage that's no longer there.
Do you need a motion for that, or?
No, I'm just going to, we'll just go. Yeah, I know. Okay, the next one is
6239 Harrison?
no, there's another Chicago garage, 1020 Chicago Street garage. The owner is listed as Best. This one is also down. And I do have a picture of the garage no longer being there, so we can close the file. Are you here for 10? Okay, do you disagree? Sure. Is it down? Yeah, okay. That's up to the building department, can you talk with the pad? Oh, what's necessary? I mean, a notice of just garage only. Well, if you've already taken it out, I can't put it back. Okay, I understand that. Okay. I mean, that was the question you asked. How it's shown by contact on it. Oh, and, so it's on the, I was in the board that. It might have been based on the condition, I don't know, I only showed you the four pictures in the extra. Yeah, well, that is. All right, well, thank you very much for taking it down here. You want your picture down? No, I got to. Of them taking it down. Oh, this is all taken care of? Yeah, you're all done, sir. There will be nothing on your property. All right, thank you. The next one is 6239 Harrison. On this one, Attorney Driscoll has contacted us. There is a new owner, which is Russ Bell, which is Mr. Dempsey. He is going to be calling for an inspection. He's already paid for an inspection. He sent me a copy of the receipt. He has paid for an inspection with the building department, and he's going to be entering a rehab agreement. Here's a copy of his payment for the inspection. He's going to be having a rehab agreement drafted and signed, so I would just ask that we please continue this one till August the 18th, 2016 for status.
So moved.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes.
The next one is 5412 Howard. Is anybody here, Burton? Anybody? Okay, you're Mr. Burton? All right, sir, I'm going to show you some pictures of 5412 Howard. These were taken Sunday. This looks like a tornado hit it.
Yes.
Okay, did the tornado hit it? Okay, so what are we going to do?
I was speaking with Miss Bennett about the BEP program,
Okay,
and my mother's here, but she got bad eyes, so she couldn't come up here. But
would you want to take that back to show her?
no, she knows what it looks like.
Okay,
No, she hasn't been in it for a few years, but she just wanted to let you know that we're dealing with Miss Bennett, and
Okay.
if we can get some time to get everything out, so that way they can do what they have to do.
oh, of course, no, we can't knock stuff down quick if we want to, because
Okay.
NIPSCO makes us wait.
Okay.
So, but do you have any objection to entering the order to demolish and then just staying it?
What's that mean?
Well, we would enter the order to demolish because the property can't stay like this, and if your negotiations should fall apart with Ms. Bennett, we still have to take some action on this property.
Okay, now, if it falls apart, can we still deal with something else and
Yeah, you can still
rehab
do-
it?
right, to
Okay,
rehab.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
that's fine, as long as we can do that, as long as it's
Yep.
not coming down next week.
No, we can't do it if we wanted to. Enter order, but we're gonna stay it
Okay,
till August 18th.
thank you much.
Okay, and we will send you correspondence. Is the address we're using good?
She's got a PO box now because she wasn't getting all her letters, she hasn't got any notices or anything. Luckily,
Can I have it?
Miss Bennett fell through the crack. Let me ask her, she knows.
Yeah. Let's see what we use.
She's not sure of it.
Okay.
Can I call you here?
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay, yeah, that's her, that's that, but if you send it, she's put a change of address, and so it may go to PO
Okay.
box too, but I'll
Yeah,
call you.
just give
and
me
let
a
you know.
call and let me know.
All right.
It's still in Hammond?
I
Or
think
no?
it's Highland.
Okay,
She's near my aunt right now.
okay, no, that's fine. Just give me a call and I'll update the information.
Fine, thank you much.
All
You
right.
have a great day.
You too. All right, the next property is
Chris,
6850.
do we need a motion on that last one?
Oh, I'm so sorry, I apologize. I would ask the board to please entertain a motion to enter a demolition order for 5412 Howard.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes.
All right, now the next property is 6857 Kennedy. I do expect somebody to be here? Yes. This is the old car wash over there by Strack and Van Til's, on the corner by Walgreens. And are you the old owner or the new owner?
Good morning, I'm Jim Keene from KB Realty LLC.
Okay, that's the old-
Raleigh Keene.
that's the old
We're
owner.
Current owners.
Okay,
On April 20th, before we received your letter, we entered into a contract to sell the property to a party that's currently developing the corner on the opposite side of ours. I have a letter from our attorney attesting to that fact, stating when the closing should be.
well, when is the closing? Because until you have the closing, it's still yours.
I understand.
Okay, mid-August. All right. I mean, you do understand that no, it's okay. Well, if you want, this is my copy. You do understand that closings sometimes fall through?
It's,
Okay.
it's very responsible parties.
I know lots of really responsible parties who have closings fall through. A new buyer. Now, what is the intention of the new purchaser? Does they wish to make this a car wash again, or
No,
no?
they're not going to demolish the building. It's our understanding it's some type of retail center up there.
That'd be nice. So do you have any objection to a demolition order being entered, since that's the ultimate destination of this car wash anyway?
Yes, we do, because as you say, if the deal falls through there.
Well, if the deal falls through, what are your plans for the building?
Well, we would have to redevelop the building.
And would that include repair or demolition?
It would probably include repair.
All right, well then what I suggest we do is I would ask the board to please entertain entering an order to demolish, but staying it until August the 18th. Because at that time, we'll either know if there's a new owner who's gonna knock it down, or these gentlemen are gonna have to enter into a written rehabilitation agreement, because it's not gonna stay like this.
I asked for August 26th.
August 18th is the day we're doing demolitions. What day of the week is the 26th?
Maybe the 25th would be the next
25th? It's
Thursday.
gotta be a Thursday. It's only Thursdays. All right, enter order. But stay to August the 25th, 2016. In the meantime, if any changes, give me a call, okay?
Do we have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes.
All right. Yes, you'll receive a letter, the exact same address we used before, so if that's wrong, call me. The next property is 1023, 1025 Kenwood. It's a garage. I'd have to put finger quotes around garage, though. It's sort of just a notion of a garage. It's set back in the woods. I think it's been abandoned for so long. Not much of it. Now, are you the owner of the property? Is that what your garage looks like? What are we gonna do about it?
Okay, I got two things. I have a buyer next door to that property,
Okay,
wants to buy it. And what we're doing, I've got to get the paperwork to him
Okay.
to get that sold. Hopefully get that done in the next 2 weeks.
okay. What about the garage, though?
He's going to tear it down.
Okay. What, I'm sorry, your name, sir?
Bishop Wallace Johnson.
Okay. But you understand and agree that in its present condition, it's dangerous?
Oh, I agree.
Okay, there could be all sorts of things living out there. Do you have any objection to an order of demolition being entered for the property?
Well, he's gonna be responsible for that. See, if I get it torn down, then you're gonna charge our church back. So if he buys it, then it becomes his responsibility.
Right, but right now it's yours, and you own it, and he might not buy it.
Okay, well, can you give me, say, a month to get that, see if everything falls through, then I'll have to tear it down.
Okay, so then we can enter an order, but we'll stay it.
Okay? What's that?
Do you want to do August 18th?
That's fine.
Okay, we'll stay, till nothing will happen till August the 18th, but the order will be in place so that anybody who else comes along will know that there is a demolition order on that particular garage. It's just a garage. I can,
Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
all right, well, thank you.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes.
All right, the next property is 7206 Maryland Avenue. Is that the next one? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Oh, there's, yeah, you can tell though. All right. Anybody here for 7206 Maryland, FNBI? It's a bank, First National Bank. What bank does not send an attorney? All right, well, this one. No one appears. I would request that the board enter an order to demolish.
So moved.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. 1047 Moss,
This
garage
is-
only.
This is just the garage. The garage has been demolished and the property cleaned up, and the photos confirm this fact. There is no longer a garage or any debris on the site, and I would just ask that we close the file.
Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes.
All right, the next one is 6518 Parrish. John Dahl is here.
For the mortgage holder, we would like until August 18th to get that inspection and a rehab agreement, or you can tear it down.
Okay. So just the motion for the board is that we're going to enter the order to demolish, but we're going to stay it until August the 18th. And in the meantime, I will send Attorney Dahl the information about a rehab agreement. I
And
have-
they've given me the name of Mr. Koch and his telephone number to contact, and they'll contact him, or you can tear it down.
August the 18th.
So moved.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none.
Something about Chris.
Yes.
See, I saw her when she was a judicial officer, okay? And she's just as efficient now as she was then, okay, as a judicial officer. I'm in my 42nd year of practicing law. I just want to commend this particular board. I've never seen a board operate this efficient with this many cases, and I'm saying that sincerely. Okay, it is amazing. What I did was, I was smart enough, on August the 24th, she's gonna come out to the county and give a class on just what's going on here. Okay, so if anybody's interested in attending, August the 28th, come on the 24th, come on out, and you'll see Chris in action before a group of lawyers and real estate people. Thank you, Chris.
Chris's seminar is going to be on efficiency and board actions.
Yes, sir. No, but mostly on how to tear properties down.
Sam,
The next
Okay,
part-
we didn't finish
didn't vote.
the motion.
On the 6518 Parish, we need to enter the order, but stay it until August the 18th.
So we made a motion.
We didn't vote.
Yeah, we didn't vote yet. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes.
The next property is 5533 Soul, and the owner, this is Gallardo. Anybody, Gallardo? Okay. And this is a fire damaged house? Okay. What's the plans? Do you have insurance? So what? Okay, well, these pictures were taken Sunday, so how is he getting in? He's going into a window because it's morning? Well, what's gonna have to happen is he's gonna have an inspection done with Kurt Cook. He's gonna have to do a written rehab agreement, and then it's gonna have to be fixed up properly. Because right now, these are just taken Sunday, and it doesn't look like anything's happening. So what I'm gonna ask the board to do is I'm just gonna ask the board to enter the order, but stay it to allow time for a rehab.
Until August
August the 18th. In the meantime, you're gonna have to talk to Kurt. Kelly can give you the phone number, it's 853-6316, but you're gonna have to
Do I
go
have
in
such a motion?
So moved.
and a rehab.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Yes, because
Aye.
Those against, motion
Explain
passes.
exactly what you have to do so you don't go into it blind.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
5639 sold.
5639, this is the hardest hit property, so we are actually in possession of it. We're just waiting for it to be demolished. I'm just gonna indicate we need to close our file.
607 Thornton.
Now, Attorney Brian Redmond is here on this property. Here, he's still here? Go ahead.
I represent City Mortgage. They intend to release their lien and have no objection to a demolition.
I think I'm making up a hole in the roof. No, well, that's basically what he's saying. So they're gonna charge off, so no objection. Demo, and they're gonna charge off. So I would ask the board to please entertain it, entering an order to demolish 607 Thornton.
So moved.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes.
And Attorney Redmond is also here for 6921 Van Buren. This is just a garage. It's not the actual house. It's just, you can see here, it looks like a tree fell on it or something. He has indicated there is a sheriff's sale. He represents BMO Harris, which is the lender. There's a sheriff's sale. Are they bidding on it or no? Me?
I believe.
Okay. There's a sheriff's sale set for June of the 3rd. So because this is just a garage and there is a potential new owner, we're just gonna continue this one till August the 18th. Okay? Oh, can I have that? Oh, thank you.
Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Give me a call.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes.
The same address, if you want a different address, do you have a business card or something with you? Are you, is it? Oh, perfect. All right, that's all I needed. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming out. Have a good drive back.
Are those two Walter properties owned by the same property owner? Or?
No, I'm sorry. The next one is 5520 Walter. The owner is listed as Juarez. The photos show that it is done. Yep. There's certainly no house there anymore. Wait a minute, the ladies in the mayor's office are watching. Keeping tabs on me. All right, so there's no longer a house here. Close file. And I believe, if I am correct, the very last property is 5643 Walter. The owner is listed as Davis. Is anybody here for 5643 Walter? This is a boarded up frame house, 2 stories, in serious disrepair. Part of the roof is actually hanging off the side. The shed in the garage is rotted. The yard has debris, and there's a ladder going from the first floor to the second floor, which does not appear to serve any purpose other than to get somebody hurt. Here, I'll show the board these pictures as they're with you. That's the shed in the back.
What do you say was hanging over?
Here's a ladder, if you look at the pictures of the ladder with the pictures. There, this, which, I'm sure the fire department knows that somebody's gonna go with this little special shed in the back.
Okay.
Based on the condition of the property. Based on the condition of the property, I would ask the board to please entertaining an order to demolish.
So moved.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes.
Now,
Thank
if
you.
anybody
Thank you,
else
Chris.
is here, I believe that concludes the demolition.
Yeah, thank you for your quick and efficient disposition of all those
He's
things.
just wandering me up and down the CLA.
We move down to item E. We have an order to rescind the order to demolish property located at 7204 Madison, garage only.
Mr. President, that is a property where the issue has been resolved by the homeowner, and I would just ask that we rescind the demolition order previously entered on the property so that the owner has clean title.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Do you have F connected to that?
It is.
Item F is a contract for professional services with American Salvage and Deconstruction of Indiana Incorporated for the demolition of 47 Mason Street in the amount of $5,800. Do I have a motion approving the contract?
Motion to approve?
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have a rental registration hearing on property located at 7218 Tennessee. You already got G? Oh, that's connected to it too, huh?
All right, Mr. President, this appears to be an issue where there wasn't a tenant until December of 15, and there may have been some miscommunication as to her responsibilities. So I would ask that you just please waive the late fee, allow her to register for 15 at the rate of $5.
Register for 15. Did she register for 16 already?
Did you register for 16 for this year?
No, because I didn't know anything about it.
Okay.
So we're going to register for 15 and
I'm sorry,
16?
15 and 16.
One unit?
Single unit? Okay, yes. Yes, one unit, please.
Okay. Make a motion to waive the late fee. We'll need to register the property for 2015 and 16 at the rate of $5 for each year.
Now, do I do this every year?
Yes,
if
every
I
year
still
you have to
that?
register by April 15th, just like taxes.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
Okay.
Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item H, we have two correspondence requesting rental registration hearings.
And we're going to set those
What?
for,
July 7th?
make a motion to set those for July 7th.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item I, correspondence received from Mr. Gary Gleason, Director of Public Works, requesting approval to auction trucks and miscellaneous equipment from Public Works and the Hammond Fire Department and to replace the residential parking only sign on the 600 block of Mulberry.
Okay, those are two separate requests. The first one is our public notice. Gary has a lot of scrap and surplus that he's going to be auctioned off for scrap and surplus value only. This will be held at a public event on July the 9th, which I believe is a Saturday. Yes, I think it is, fingers crossed, Saturday. It is a Saturday, and the public will come in, they can inspect the items and make a bid. Nothing is guaranteed to run, and everything you have to haul away yourself.
Yeah, it looks like there's 18 items. So do I have a motion approving the disposition of this property?
So moved.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. The other item under Gary Gleason is the residential parking signs in the 600 block of Mulberry. He says that they are justified due to the Edison Pool and the park. So do I have a motion approving the reinstallation of those signs?
So moved.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item J, request for advertising dates of June 2nd, 2016 and June 9th for the disposal of surplus property by sealed bids at public sale. Are these the same items?
They're just gonna put it in the paper. We're
Oh.
just gonna put it in the paper.
Publication notice.
Line item date.
Okay, so we need approval of the advertisement.
Motion to approve.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item K, correspondence received from Joe Orsko, 6258 Jefferson Avenue, requesting an encroachment. This isn't real clear as to what he's doing. It appears that he wants a fence public right-of-way. Is he here? Yes. Good. It's presently not fenced?
Yeah, it's a fence, I have a 4 feet fence there, but it's into my line. And I have this is space between me and the sidewalk, right? And, I have a lot of trouble, dogs and everything all the time. You get a wild trees and I had trouble with trees and everything, they don't walk on the sidewalk, they walk on the grass, and I have a hard time with them, that's why I have to put fence if I can move it to the sidewalk.
Yeah, because it's probably a reverse parkway. There's a few parts of the city where the parkway's on the backside and the sidewalk's next to the curb. Is that how this is? Yeah, because if we let you move the fence and then we change something on the street, we could make you move it back to where it was. Right. Is this a corner?
Yes.
So there could be a site distance issue too. We probably need a motion to refer this to engineering and to, what's Don, code? Zoning? To review and recommend to the board.
So moved.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So you'll probably hear from us in a couple weeks. Next is correspondence received from St. Casimir's Parish, 4340 Johnson Avenue, requesting traffic control during their Corpus Christi procession this Sunday, May 29th, from 1:30 to 3. Yeah, they're cutting it kind of close. Yeah.
They do, don't they work on it?
The procession will begin at the main church entrance of St. Michael the Archangel Church, 606 141st Street. We're going to proceed west to the intersection of 141st and Johnson, proceed south on Johnson, proceed west on Sibley, and ending at All Saints Parish at 570 Sibley Street. So they probably will be on the street, right?
Yeah,
That's what it says.
they do this every year.
Probably depends on the size of the group. If it's a large group, they may want to walk in the street. It doesn't really say. They just want help with traffic control. They still would need help at the corners when they're crossing, even if they stay on the sidewalk. Could you call them up and maybe coordinate that today and tomorrow? Yeah. Do I have a motion approving the event?
Is there a phone number on the request for Don?
Pardon?
Is there a phone number on the request for Don?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Get you a copy of it.
So we're approving the event, are we referring it to anybody? Do we need to refer it to anybody?
Yeah. We need to refer it to civil defense. EMA. Sorry.
Motion to approve the request and refer to EMA for recommendation.
We have a motion and a second. I'm an old timer. That's what we used to always call it. We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Next, we have item M, correspondence received from Karen Maravilla requesting permission to create and hang a sign in front of Eat Restaurant and also to paint a hopscotch game in front of Eat Restaurant. Now, the sign, if it's flush against the building, that's not an issue. If it extends out over the sidewalk, it could become an issue and it could become a problem in the future because Holman Avenue qualifies for federal funds. You always have to clear the right-of-way prior to doing that. So I think we can approve it if it's flush on the building. Now, the hopscotch game, it sounds like she wants to make that permanent. I don't know if we really want that. Maybe it should be painted on a temporary basis with something that could be power washed off. What do you think? Because as it deteriorates, it may look really bad. It'll look like graffiti on the sidewalk. So we probably need a motion to say the sign is approved if it's flush on the wall of the building, and the hopscotch,
I think we need more information on the hopscotch game.
well, paint a specific graphic on the sidewalk. The graphic is commonly known as hopscotch. The sign would encourage people walking to eat to hop the scotch.
Well, I'm just thinking, if it's,
if you want to make that motion, that's fine with me. Additional information, or if she can come to the next board meeting.
Like, for instance, would it be in by the front door where you have to hopscotch in to get into the restaurant?
It sounds like it's on the public walk, if you read this thing.
Maybe we should let zoning deal with that. Won't they have to approve the sign for the size?
Yeah?
Then the whole thing is done.
Motion to refer to Don Novak and zoning, maybe, is what we should be doing?
So move.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item N, correspondence received from Miss Elizabeth Bess requesting the corner of 115 and Parkview Avenue to the alleyway be closed on Saturday, June 4th from 10 a.m. to midnight for her daughter's graduation party. And she has a map showing how she wants to close it. A detailed map, photographs, the whole works. You have a motion approving the closure for the event?
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Item O is correspondence from Wide Open West telling us they're going to be raising their cable TV prices. This is for informational purposes only because we have no control over their operation under current Indiana law. P is garage sale permits, and this is the seasons. There's a whole bunch of them here. I'm going to take a look at them and make a recommendation.
Motion to approve the garage sale permits.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Do we have any matters from other board members? I have 3 matters. The first one is an agreement to rehabilitate property located at 4905 Linden. Chris?
Mr. President, this is a property, it actually came up at Mayor's Night Out yesterday. It is a property that's been ordered demolished, however, there is a new owner. The new owner wishes to make an attempt at rehabilitation, provided he can prove he actually owns it. We will let him pull permits, but I would ask the board to please approve it.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Next, we have a request from Cultivate Film. They're going to be shooting a commercial for Ozinga Concrete in the city of Hammond. And they're going to have a crew at 7222 Magoon. They're going to be filming, they're going to replace 1 square of sidewalk. They're going to have a little girl press her hands in it. And then they're going to repair it after the fact. So I think if we approve this, we should make them put some type of disclaimer at the end of the commercial that says we do not condone vandalizing walk during construction, because we have a lot of trouble with that. But I think it's okay other than that fact. They said that it's going to be in front of 2 properties. They've already talked to the property owners. Everybody's okay with it, but they are going to be doing it on public walk. So, pardon? What day?
He wants to be an extra.
Friday, June 10th. And they're going to be at 7222 Magoon and 7239 Magoon. So I think we can recommend approving it subject to a disclaimer that you shouldn't vandalize concrete when it's under construction.
So move.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. The final item I have is a letter from Apostolic House of Prayer. They're going to do a car wash on Saturday, June 4th, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. They'd like to block off Blaine Street from the alley to Highland, because that's where they're going to do it. Is there any problem doing that, Gary? Isn't that right by your building? Blaine from Highland to the alley?
Blaine runs along the bike trail from 65th.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it'd be behind the church?
I think this is, yeah.
That should be okay, don't you think?
As long as we put up the barricades, you just let us.
Yeah, I don't think it's a problem. Do I have a motion approving the car wash?
So moved.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Any other matters from board members? Any matters from department heads or their representatives? Any new business? Any old business? Meeting's open to the public. Anyone in the audience? Don't look like it. Do you have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.